right. So the reading starts now at 1:32. Okay. Now, I didn't have to pull the cards. I didn't pull the cards because it just occurred to me to do it. So let's see what the universe has to tell us for this upcoming week, beautiful souls. Huh? Maybe I should bring this a little closer just to be. Hold on. Yeah, just to ensure, because I don't have my thingy in my ear. Alright, so I can be seen clearly. Perhaps too clearly, my face still looks sleepless. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Um, I intend to succeed in getting enough sleep uh, when the night comes. I'm supposed to nap during the day, and I notice that I don't. So, okay. So, the cards. What does Dream Dust? I use the Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot deck, beautiful souls. So let me go. Let me turn my head to the good side. You know, like Mariah. Um, Let me get on the good side. So, what do we get? Strength. We get the Strength card. We get the Emperor card. We get Ten of Fire. That's interesting. What else? We get the High Empress. Okay. So we get the Strength card. We get the Emperor card. We get Ten of Fire. We get the Empress. The High Priestess, I mean. So the Emperor card is a Major Arcana card. And the High Priestess card is also a Major Arcana card. Now we can put these cards in any order. Let me just read to see what they are saying. Okay, and I get Ten of Fire as well. The Strength card is a powerful card. Okay, and there's one more card to be drawn. Not that there is a particular number, but this is what it. Oh my God! Oh my God! It just fell out. It just fell out of the pack just like that. And I have them all in order apparently. Okay, so we start with Ten of Fire. Ten of Fire is a gorgeous card. I just love the card because of the beautiful orange jizz in the background. No, you stay. You stay. Sit. You stay. I was talking to the dog. You probably heard or are hearing the next one across the street. You stay right there. So, Ten of Fire is a gorgeous card that is talking about hard work, stress, and telling you, and telling you, and you, and you, and you, it is time to lighten the load. It is time to let go of your burdens and give them up to Spirit. And what does that mean exactly? That means that you look at what you're carrying. Ask yourself, is this mine? If it's not, give it back to the person. Stop carrying other people's burdens. And if your burden is worry, as Eckhart Tolle says, only seems to be necessary. When you look at what you're worrying about, you ask yourself, is there anything I can do about this? Is this mine to handle? And you either let it go or you take action. That's it. When you decide, don't let it stop there. You take action to let the shit go. End of story. And then the card says, Achievement is likely if you persevere. Now, in this particular case, we're talking about 10 of fire. Let me check the book as well, see what else it has to say. I haven't looked at the card properly as yet. But 10 of fire, 10 is the number for new beginnings. All right? So you are into something new, totally new. You're not feeling too confident. It's time to decide what you're going to hold on to and what you're going to let go. That's it. Let's see. This is it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And here's the line that jumped out at me from the book. When you let go of those burdens, new doors will open for you. I resonate so strongly with this message. Fire is determination, it is passion, but because that, right, that's the red, also the red and the orange, but because there's a flaming orange in here, particularly in this area, that's creativity. So look carefully, pay attention to what you are doing, why you are doing it, and where you are doing it, and how you are doing it. And you really, it's time for decision and action. Don't let that just sit there. Okay, the next card is, in fact, let me put it aside because I just want to put a quick note on it when I'm posting the video. The next one is the Strength card. I love the Strength card. I love the Strength card. It speaks to me, probably because I am very strong and I never really knew that I was. It's 8. 8 is the number for prosperity and abundance. I love that. I love that. And this card truly, this is also a major arcana card. There are 3 major arcana cards in the deck, and that's amazing. That's oh my god, 1, 2. There are 4 major arcana cards in this draw. Okay, so heads up, pay attention. So the Strength card is literally all about strength. This is the strength that brings you, I'm reading from the book, that brings you patience, trust, courage, self-confidence, the wisdom, and vitality. I'm focusing on the wisdom part. You too, Adrian, have a blessed day. I'm doing the vibe of for the week. You need to trust yourself. You need to know that love is your greatest source of strength. You need to face that animal nature of yours and run with it. There is absolutely no need to be afraid of who you are. That power that is in your gut, that wants to rise, that tries to rise, and you stuff it down, stop doing that. Hello, Paris. Paris, I'm not doing any readings. This is the vibe of the week. And so, every time I see this card, what always strikes me is, where's my hand? Is this figure. This figure just digging down deep into, notice even the elbow. It reminds me of Hulk. It reminds me of Hulk because Hulk does this. They take a stance and bend their knees and they just whomp. That is the strength of character, but most importantly, beautiful souls. That is the strength of heart. And it doesn't get any better than that. There is a lot of yellow leaping off the card, and that is, of course, our core strength. Our plexus, I was going to speak French there, yes? Our solar plexus, our gut, That is where we live, and that is where our power comes from. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love that card. Let's see, what does the book say? What leaps out at me? Love what you do and how you do it. Climb the mountain with perseverance, working in harmony with nature. It is time to raise your consciousness. Spiritual power overcomes material power, and love will always triumph over hate. That is for someone in particular, so they will hear it. It's just a gorgeous card. It's really given me something special, something really, really deep, because I keep seeing the image of this figure. It's really power. That's the strength, huh? But remember, that strength comes from love. I was going to say use, that's the word that came, but no. Have the wisdom. Have the wisdom to tap into who you really are. To tap in to this force in your gut that wants to rise. Especially, you feel it a lot of times when you are enervated, when you feel really, really angry. And a lot of people, maybe this is why a lot of people are afraid of their anger. I'm not, I've let it out so many times. But not only that, I have cohabited consciously when living in that shelter with my animal nature. And when it comes out, everybody is terrified because you hear it in my voice. Hello, Mwanza. I am not doing any readings. You hear it in my voice. My voice changes. Everybody should be terrified. And it's only the voice I use. That is my animal nature. So you need to make friends with yours. Some people's animal natures are very, very gentle. It could be the creative part of you as well. So you need to find it, identify it, love it. That's also part of you. The next major arcana card, four cards from the major arcana section, is the Emperor. The Emperor. Thank you, my dear Mwanza. I'm never sure, all right. So, greetings to you, my lovely. So this major, the Emperor is number 4. Number 4 is saying, create structure. You need structure in your life. Don't you, Mwanza? And because the Emperor is all in red, right to the ground, that is the Emperor. That's his fortress or her fortress. And the Emperor knows to stand his or her ground. Notice the baton. I always see it like the Fred Flintstone baton, That's where you bop people over the head to get everyone in line, to ensure that they are in line, that they do not overstep their boundaries. Now, the Emperor says to embrace life with confidence and passion because you have the power and the vision. You are the rock in the wind for many other people. You know how to stand your ground because you are so solid, but you need to increase that solidity. You need to create a solid foundation. That's the best way of saying it. You need to create a solid foundation in order to create whatever it is in your heart to create. You gotta use your head. The Emperor's head is all purple. And in fact, now as I'm looking at the card, I'm literally seeing the emperor in a purple gown right down to 3/4 of the way, just stopping here, and the rest of it is red. Consequently, you need to listen. You need to ask for guidance in silence, and you need to listen to your intuition. Yes, dog, you stay right there. You stay right there. You need to heed your intuition in everything that you are doing. And I remind you all, your intuition is that thing that you know and you don't know how you know it. Okay, and that is number 4. What else? Let's see, what else? I just noticed this. This is how dream dust works, huh? The baton is green. I wonder if you can really see it there, boy. The baton, okay, it has the shape, but the baton is green. It's the heart, the color of the heart chakra as we know it. Or as I came to know it when I began in this metaphysical field a few years ago. But now I know this is gonna get too complicated for you all. So let me just keep it where it is. The baton is green, and that is all about heart. So you are going to ensure that you lovingly and firmly, firmly, firmly ensure that no one steps out of line, and that you put them back in line in a heart-centered way without being too harsh. Hard words are fine, but not mean. Okay? What else? The next one is the High Priestess, another major arcana card. It's number 2. And actually, let me see. No. I was going to say maybe I should have read it in order, but not in this case. The High Priestess. You know, I have never gotten the Magician for anyone here. Never. And the Magician just caught my attention. So, the High Priestess is the number 2 card, and the High Priestess is all about piercing the veils, using your intuition to pierce through the veils. Notice the veils, these are all the veils. I think of them as clouds sometimes. Okay? And, but notice that they really are quite dissipated. And that is what happens when you go out on the full moon to talk to Mother Sister Moon when she's in her bright dress. And I just heard it doesn't have to be on the full moon. However, she has to be bright in the sky, because her light, in fact, the more light she has is the more energy that you will be able to use, because this card is all about mystery and the subconscious mind. Now, I am sure you all know that we creatures of habit are controlled by our subconscious, because all our habits and patterns are in there, and that's 95 to 98% of our life. But when you connect with Mother Sister Moon to ask whatever questions you need guidance on, you need to trust what happens. You may feel it. I sometimes feel it, or I can look up in the sky suddenly, because I don't pay attention all the time to know when it's a full moon. I just heard a thought I should, but forget about should. Should is for, you know what? So as I said, you'll get a feeling, because you can just go sit outside, you know. It's much nicer when you sit outside when the moon is high in the sky, when she's bright in the sky. But if you're inside sitting looking at her and you can see her from your window, that's perfectly fine. And you just talk to her as if you're talking to a real person because she is an energy being. All right? And she embodies the divine feminine. Very, very different from um, Big Brother Son. Okay, I won't get off track. The answers that you need, you are going to hear, you are going to feel, you are going to know. This will keep you on track and very grounded. You need to connect, connect, connect. And when you are grounded, as Mr. Emperor said, you need to be by creating a solid foundation. When you are very, very grounded, it's much easier to handle difficulties, you know. When the unexpected occurs, etc. Of course, what will help you there all the time is daily meditation. Yeah? All right. What does the book has to say that I haven't said? Well, I already said this in a different way because it says she is receptive and patient. She waits for knowledge to come from within. Mother Sister Moon is the goddess of wisdom. She is Isis. Well, there's nothing else there that I need to tell you. Nothing jumps out at me. Trust your intuition is the most important part of this message. If you forget anything else, because new doors are about to open. This is not for everybody. Hello, Jennifer Kaufman. This is not for everybody. This all depends on if you are doing the work on yourself. Okay? It's consistent and never ending. The final card for the Vibe of the Week reading is the card of all cards. And it's a fantastic way to end the reading. It's the Dreamer card. And the Dreamer card is all about new beginnings. In the Rider-Waite deck, the equivalent is the Fool card. And the Fool, because the Fool is walking off wherever it is, there's a cliff in front of him. His dog is running along at his feet, and he has a stick with his Jaji bundle on his shoulder, and he is just going wherever the wind blows. In this particular, and that's the first card in the deck. So to end the reading with the first card in the deck, that's gorgeous. The Dreamer says this is the beginning of a journey. A newly planted seed is waiting to sprout with unlimited, vibrant, untapped potential. This is about one who is spontaneous, strong-willed, and full of wonder. You need to pay attention to the signs, the flags waving at you, and you need to listen to your guidance. Allow the universe to carry you on your journey, and allow your heart's deepest desire, that newly planted seed, to grow strong and become your life. And guess what? I know this card is for me. I know this card is speaking to me. With all that I'm working on, this card is speaking to me. So let me warn the small group of you who are here. Big changes are coming. I don't know how. It's going to affect how I present on Facebook. It's not for next week, but just so you know, that's what just came, so I just tell you. The Dreamer card. Pay attention to the flags. You will know. Whenever I see this card and I see the flags, I always think of the Tibetan flags. But the Tibetan flags are prayer flags. But you will know when you see one. The flag doesn't have to be a flag. It could be a sign for some store. but the penance, but it will have a meaning for you. Whoever sees one, you will know what it means. This is about being a free spirit, innocence, full potential, charm, wonder, and most importantly, taking a leap of faith and following your heart. My God, this people, this is so important. I cannot overemphasize it. This card is all greens, blues, and a light touch of yellow, not counting the red and orange flags. It's all about heart, and I am seeing a massive, this is the arm, this crooked part here. I'm seeing a massive body behind here, as if growth is taking place as we speak, and as if the being, the individual, is just rising, 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 rising. It's quite an oh God, I almost spoke French there again. Um, it's making an impression on me. Let me see that. Uh, Things are gonna be mixed up because I'm seeing the hand doing this. Things are always gonna be stirred up. I'm feeling very, yeah, something is rising, people. So watch for that. Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. If you feel nervous because the unexpected is happening, just take a 10-minute silence. Go into silence somewhere in the park, on a park bench, at home. Close your door for 10 minutes. Okay, staying in the bathroom at your office for 10 minutes is kind of long. But go outside, take a coffee break. Um, I don't know how that works in the US. In Europe, we get coffee breaks twice a day. And if we decide to leave our desk, it's because we need a break. Nobody stays for 30 minutes, maybe 20, and then we come back to work. Um, we manage ourselves. I don't know how that operates in the US. But in any case, this is the beginning. This is a new beginning that was heralded by was it the strength card? By 10 of fire. A new beginning. Create your foundation. Go talk to Mother Sister Moon. Whenever you see her bright in the sky, she could be a quarter, she could be a half, she could be 3/4. Whatever you vibe with, whenever you feel the impulse, go out there and talk to her. Listen, you can just let out what is in your heart. And if you don't ask a question, she will still respond, because the question is inherent in the information that you are sharing as you are letting yourself express. So go ahead and express, and remember who you are. Remember who you are, beautiful souls. Oh my God, you are so strong. You are so strong. This is such a delicious, delicious, delicious feeling. The reading I'm getting from the today from these cards is oh my goodness. It's sweet, it's powerful. It could be a little intimidating, but there is power here. There is power here because there are, out of, let's see, 4 out of 5 cards that I just drew, 4 are major arcana. Do you have any idea how unusual that is? It's extremely unusual. Take my word for that. And I didn't draw the cards beforehand. I drew them when I came on. This is gorgeous. So I want you, this is the end of the reading. I want you all to have a fantastic week. And I'll see you all on Tuesday for whoever comes on, 2 p.m. Eastern. This is pay attention to the strength card. Some of you are going to need it based on whatever challenges occur. But just remember, it's time to plant a new seed. Stand your ground. Nothing lasts forever. Stop carrying other people's burdens, Adrienne. You heard me? Stop carrying other people's burdens. Lay it down. And if it's yours and you're worrying, give up the worry and just take action, any kind of action. You're going to feel relieved. However, persevere in all that you do, and there's no need to bend the bone to get what you want done. And on that note, beautiful souls, I am going to say ciao. Have a great Sunday.